YouTubers, it's me, Veronica, and today I'm doing another episode. I don't know actually if I've ever done a rant before, but I'm going to do one today, or tonight. And let me tell y'all what happened today. I called my youngest son's doctor, or one of his doctor's offices, and asked for them to refill his itching medicine, because it's the one medicine that has helped him and with the itching and everything that he has like eczema, or I don't even think it's eczema, but anyways, besides the point. And so anyway, he's been on this medicine for years. Well, we go to this doctor and they say, well, we're going to change it because he's overweight. He is not overweight. And they said because, I guess because one of the side effects is appetite and increasing appetite. Well, he's been on this medicine for many, many years. And before, he had went to allergist doctors and all these different types of doctors and everything trying to figure out what it was. And so anyway, they had him like on so many medications, it was ridiculous. And then this one pill did the job, and it's been like the miracle pill for him. So anyway, this doctor, she wanted to change it. So she changes it, and it didn't work. So he started breaking out again, started itching and everything. So I called them to let them know it's not working and they need to prescribe it again. And they tell me that they won't prescribe it, and said that I need to go see a dermatologist and an allergist and this and that and the other. And I'm like, well, we've already done that. Now, this isn't his primary doctor. This is a different doctor's office for other reasons. But when I first went there, and they ask you for, what medications is he on and blah, blah, blah. Well, I told them. And they says, well, we'll just go ahead and prescribe everything that he needs here. So we'll just do it all here. And I'm like, okay, fine and dandy, whatever. Well, now they don't want to prescribe it to him because they say he's overweight. And then they say, well, we're not a skin doctor or whatever. Well, y'all shouldn't have took over writing the prescription then, if you're not a skin doctor, right? Well, so I about blacked out today talking to this nurse on the phone. And I'm like, my child is not overweight. And she was like, well, we can't prescribe this medicine because, we don't want him having other health issues and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about type 2 diabetes and all this. Pretty much saying my son is obese. And he is far from obese. He's always been, I don't know, like he's got the broader shoulders and things like that, which I got that, and his dad has that. That's how he's built. They don't take in the factor of body type. They just, I forget exactly how they do it, but it's so stupid how they do it. I don't know if y'all heard that story on the news about that little girl. I think she was like maybe 7 or something, and she was like nothing but skin and bones. And they sent a letter home saying that she was obese. Now, these people say, well, you shouldn't worry about your weight or this and that and and you shouldn't look up to these models and everything because, and then they talk about bulimic and anorexic and everything. But then you go to the doctor and they're like, oh, well, you're obese, you're morbidly obese and but you're not even overweight. Like, it don't make no sense to me. So no wonder that all these kids and everything are getting so screwed up in the head because of some of these quacks out there. And I think it's ridiculous. So I told the lady on the phone, I says, well, you know what? I'll just call his regular doctor and he'll prescribe it. No problem. And then I guess she wanted to make it out like it was her idea or something. So she was like, well, no, and we can't, and then she turned around and was like, yeah, that's what we were going to suggest you do, and this and that and the other. And I'm like, it makes no sense to me. Like, how do you sit there and tell someone that their child is obese and they're not? I don't get it, And then want to switch his medicines and everything around, and, well, if you're not a skin doctor or whatever, then why are you switching his medicine? Why did you overtake prescribing his medicine and everything. Why? You know, I don't get it. But these doctors are something else. And I tell you what, like, I'm not even going back to him because I don't think my child deserves that. And now he's feeling bad and everything because he's hearing these doctors say this about him. And he's like, am I fat? Am I fat? No. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. And I think that's a lot what's wrong with these kids nowadays is because of this whole, you know, you go to the doctor or whatever, and because you're 5'2" and weigh, I don't know, 130 or whatever tall, and you weigh, you know, whatever, and they're like, well, like me, for instance, I'm 5'5". I was 5'6½", but I shrunk. But anyway, and I'm supposed to weigh 135. Or no, actually 130. It's supposed to be like my ideal weight. Well, I've actually got down to 130. And it really wasn't by choice. It's because I got really, really sick. But when I was down to 130, I looked sick. Like, I really looked sick. And people were telling me, you need to quit losing weight. You need to quit losing weight. But I couldn't help it at the time. And then, but I've always weighed around like 150, 155. And I'm not overweight, you know, and that's just how my body is. You know, my mom she was 5'6½", or yeah, 5'6½", and I mean, she was tiny. Well, I'm more built like my dad's side of the family, so I'm a little bit like got the bigger bones or the bigger, you know, like the broader shoulders and thicker legs and stuff like that. And my youngest son, he takes after his dad. And his dad was built just like he is. Now, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to give y'all a little glimpse of what he looks like. And he's in his pajamas and everything, so he's not looking up to par. But I'm trying not to show his face or nothing. But I'm going to let y'all see his body. And if I go and edit this video, I might just post it the way it is. But if I go and edit the video and everything, then I'll show y'all an actual picture of what his body and stuff looks like when he's got clothes on that fits him like they're supposed to be. Like I said, he's in his pajamas, so his t-shirt's a little bit big. But anyway, I'm going to give y'all an idea. Stand up straight. Now, does that look obese to y'all? Does it? My flash just went off. But really, does that look obese to y'all? I want to know. Comment, like the video. If y'all have had similar things happen to y'all, you know, let me know, because I want to know. Because, I mean, this is ridiculous. They say, you know, these kids, they don't need to be looking up to these models and this and that and the other and da-da-da, you know, and big people are beautiful and da-da-da. But then you go to the doctor, or you jump on one of them scales, for instance, like at the mall or something like that. And you jump on one of them scales, and it tells you your weight, and it tells you your body fat, and this and that and the other, and tell you you're obese on that. So if a machine that is not even looking at you, and don't know your height, or any of that stuff, tell you you're obese, you know something's wrong. Now, y'all try looking up how they find out, or what they think is obese or whatever, or, you know, overweight. It's ridiculous. They divide your height by your weight and then times it by something and then do something else and da-da, and if it don't come back a certain number, then you're just all out of whack. You just ain't normal. You just ain't right. Oh, Lord help us. I mean, come on now. It's ridiculous. But, I mean, y'all should have seen me today. I was, matter of fact, our Nana was taking us out for lunch, and we was in Dairy Queen when this lady called. And boy, I about blacked out. I was like, I cannot believe this. Sitting here talking about my son.